And welcome back to part 13 of Death and Request, where today we're finally going to make it to Rosaria Forest, but not before going through the last, for a very long while, wasteland area, which is something I do want to criticise right off the bat of today's part. In the next game, I want there to be more variety in the areas between the dungeons. Like, the dungeons have got good variety, like we've gone from the Artist Palace to the shipyard to the ruins, and we're approaching a forest, but in between those areas is just dry desert wastelands. And it's just kind of like, it gets redundant real quick. Like, I don't mind like maybe one area between them being like this, but the fact that all of them are like this, doesn't matter how much it makes sense, it is redundant. So I'd love to see them mix it up next time around as we beat this enemy to the ground. Oh, and everyone levels up. Well, almost everyone. But we got another cutscene. Sheena! Oh! What's the matter? You look confused. Oh, you know, sometimes you act like a real meathead. Don't mention it. That wasn't a compliment. So what's up? You seem strangely chipper. Did something good happen? Ow, Lily, Claire, they're all so nice. I guess I found a lot to smile about. I'm not sure if it's my business to ask. Aren't you scared? Of course I'm scared, but for the time being, I just have to focus on not dying. Besides, I have so many people whose hands I can trust with my life, both inside the game and out. It makes me realise how lucky I am. Right, just keep on keeping on. Oh yeah, Sheena, there's something about Claire that I've been meaning to tell you. Excuse me? I felt like, yeah, I've seen her face somewhere before. It's because she's identical to Detective Izumi's daughter in the real world. Who's Detective Izumi? Sorry, I haven't filled you in, have I? When I returned to the real world, I was arrested by the police and brought in for questioning. What? What did you do, Misanashi? I told you time and time again not to do anything rash. What kind of person do you take me for? If you keep butting in, then I'll never be able to tell you what's going on. See, in the real world, a global cyber attack made headlines worldwide. Both our company and myself have been under investigation. Detective Izumi, who I mentioned, is currently researching a link between the hacking of World's Odyssey and a series of mysterious deaths. The point I was making is that I happened to discover a photograph of the detective and his daughter. She and Claire are identical. What? His daughter went missing after a passenger airplane was hijacked last spring. As of now, she is reported as missing. Are you sure that it might be her? Yeah, they were identical. Don't you think that Claire and Lily are way too expressive to be NPCs? Do you actually believe that they're powered by some AI? What? Don't tell me that some of the NPCs are real people too. Maybe we can talk to Claire. What? But... I know, we don't have to mention the real world, or how inside a game. Maybe we can just try alluding to it. If they are AI-powered NPCs that suddenly realise they're in the game could malfunction, making it impossible to clear. You're right, we have to approach the subject extremely carefully. Claire? Enigma, what's up? I just realised that you look East Asian. Where were you born? East Asian? Oh, well, supposedly my father hails from the Eastern Kingdom, Zenari. Subsequently, I was born and raised in Goan, so I don't really have any connection to that place. Zenari is across the ocean, beyond the setting sun. They say that only the ogre clans live in those distant lands. What does your father do now? Does his name happen to be Izumi? Who cares about him? Besides, his name is Beastero. I don't know anything about Izumi. Your question made no sense. What's gotten into you? You see, I was interested in the history of ogre clans, so I was just asking. I didn't mean anything by my question, so don't worry. Contrary to how he looks, Mr. Enigma is very studious. He schools me on trivia all the time. Speaking of studious, I find myself in awe of your collective knowledge, Sheena and Enigma. You seem to know various foreign technologies. Oh, is that something to be impressed by? Why, of course, they know everything. All about the shortest route to Odyssey and the terminal stone in Rosaria Forest, a teleportation device. How interesting. How is it that you know so knowledgeable about this world, then? Well, funny you should ask. Brings of being an adventurer. Word travels fast inside the guilds and taverns. Information is part of our livelihood, you know. You have a point. Anyway, on another note, Sheena and Enigma, have you guys met the legendary Monarch Adventurer? Monarch Adventurer? Oh, so you haven't heard of her? I'm talking about Seneca Clayton. Sure, she's young, but she's one of the world's most famous adventurers. She's a spirited prodigy with charisma and charm. They say that she's closer to reaching Odyssey than anyone's ever been. Doesn't ring a bell. Well, think about it. Don't fight, guys. Al, does she mean something to you? Yeah, 5 years ago, Miss Seneca visited Sturful. I've never met anyone so kind. Was she the one who inspired you to become an adventurer? Yup. I see. Well, I hope the two of you can reunite soon. You speak so highly of her that I want to meet her now too. Actually, you kind of remind me of Miss Seneca, Sheena. I'm sure the two of you would become fast friends. Alright, enough chit-chat for now. We're just about at Rosaria Forest, the land of the elves. Okay. Enigma, later on, you're going to tell me who this Izumi is. If I feel like it. Hey, that bastard just vanishes whenever it's convenient for him. That was a close one. Claire's sharp. It's tough to pick her brain apart. Let's ease into it. It seems like her relationship with her father is something of a touchy subject. Yeah, you're right. And after that scene of me wearing my throat out, now to be fair, but I know I make the joke of always it's going to wear my throat out, it's going to wear my throat, but my throat is incredibly dry this morning, so I don't know whether to blame this or whether I'm coming down with something now we're approaching autumn, or fall for you Americans, but I don't know what it is, but my throat has been incredibly dry today, and I'd like to think it's probably because of all these little voices I've been doing, which is not to say I don't enjoy it. You've probably gathered by now I enjoy doing the voices, even if I'm not good at doing everyone's voices and sometimes it's difficult to make them up as I go. I do enjoy doing it, it's just my throat doesn't. But you got a few new encounters as we go along. Anytime you encounter what looks like these little termite bugs with giant shells on their back, almost all of them only have like 20 HP. Well, this one has a bit more, but their defense is stupendously high, so you're only doing like a small amount of damage per strike. But they usually drop decent loot if you can beat them, so they are worth going for every time you spot them. It's just they're annoying to deal with because of their stupid high defense. Notice, and there's a lot of items on your travel as well, as we start getting into encounters we've already done, so I'm going to start skipping. Eventually, later in my recording, I start making it a bit of a rule that interesting encounters I keep in, even if they're enemies I've already encountered, because the enemy variety in this game isn't too big. And eventually it was going to reach a point where I just wasn't showing off any encounters, and I didn't think that would be interesting. But we got a new reality section to check out on after that scene. Sorry for the wait, you better not have touched anything. Of course I didn't, just quietly surveyed your room while I waited. But man, your room isn't messy, but it could sure use a little tidying up, and maybe a little bit of redecorating too. Your room is boring. Well, excuse me for not meeting your ideal standards. Anyway, here's the game. Woohoo! This looks like a blast. Maybe you got good taste after all, Arata. Oh, now you want to be nice. Just try not to make too much noise, okay? Okay! I don't think we'll be attacked again, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Hey, Arata, hurry up and download the data so we can get out of here. I want to play already. Don't worry, it'll be done shortly. Should do it for the data. Wait, were those footsteps I heard? Is someone at the front door? Arata, why'd you turn the lights off all of a sudden? Just because you're embarrassed to show your room off to me doesn't mean— Shh, quiet, this way. Huh? What's going on? Why are you shoving me under the bed? Oh, come on, Arata, what are you— I said quiet! Arata, do you think? It'll be fine. Don't move a muscle. Got it? Did he leave? Yeah, I think the coast is clear. What a relief! Oh, Arata, a little personal space? Oh, my bad. I'll get off you now. Sheesh, calm down. You gotta be more careful when you're thrusting out like that. Ow, I bumped my head. Well, duh. You should have known better than to jump out from under the bed. You okay? Here, let me see. What? Okay, doesn't look like you're cut or anything. Just make sure you ice it later, okay? Okay, thanks. What is it? Why are you all red? Wouldn't you be embarrassed if someone had to take care of you after bumping your head? Well, I can't say I can relate. It's totally normal, isn't it? Whenever I'm designing women, it all comes to drawing their necks, I get all pumped. Let's save your naughty indiscretions for another time, shall we? Why don't you get it? Watch your head, alright? Alright. Jeez, whose fault was it anyway? You say something? Nope! Come on, let's hurry back to the office. Whoever it was might come back. Yeah, you're right, we gotta go. Guess the only safe place we got left is the office. Everyone seems to have a crush on Arata. Lydia's probably the most honest about it, but nah, Tokyo is the one I think should be with him if there has to be a decision to make. Like, that's the ship I sail. You can fight me on it all you want, but Tokyo and Arata, that's the relationship I think it should be. And Sheena and Lily should be the other one. Also, now they're going to start stacking up the side quests a bit more. You might notice we got another Tale of Triumph for this chapter, but we had 2 collectible based side quests as well. They are going to start doing that. They are going to start stacking them up more and more. And actually, when the last character is introduced to the party, every single collectible based side quest that's left in the game will become available for us to do. Just most of them we won't be able to do straight away. In fact, the last 2 you can't actually do until the second to last chapter of the game. it gets really like tight to the nail before you can do it, which is insane and very like nerve-wracking, because it's very good at driving your anxiety up when, like I said, the side quests determine your ending. It's that close to the point of no return, and there's still side quests you have to do. I'm curious about what kind of games came out in those times. Were there any surprise hits? Oh, that's what's on her mind, no wonder. Gina's #1 passion is video games. There are a few titles that caused some hot press. Oh, and the developer you like just announced a big project for the first time in 10 years, Devil May Cry 5, which is out now. What? Wait, could it be? Devil May Cry 5? Yeah, the game you said would never get made. What? I wanted to get my hands on the collector's edition the moment it was announced. That's so messed up. Tell him it's crazy. Yeah, don't spread the spoilers, don't be a dick. You're blowing this out of proportion. Is it really something to be bummed out about? Jeez, I am not blowing this out of proportion. This is a big deal for me, you know? You know how much it means to me, right, Senpai? You know how much I've been looking forward to these new titles. Whenever Sheena gets flustered, she has a tendency to call me Senpai. Oh, my bad. Well, you'll be able to play as much as you want once you're back, right? Well, a year's worth of games couldn't hurt. If you promise me that, then I escape from this world immediately. 1 year's worth of games coming up, I promise. Then I have to hold off on playing the new co-op game that just came out until you're back, that is. Okay, promise? And that's the end of the scene, so he doesn't promise. As far as we know, he's crossed his fingers and he's bullshitting her. Whoa, that scared me! Who needs a gigantic crack in the middle of the road? You okay? Jeez, you're always such a klutz, Al. Next time, take a better look at your surroundings. Here, Enigma, you always treat me like some snot-nosed kid. That's what you are. Whoa, how old are you then, Enigma? Me, 27. What? Oh, I get it. You're an old man, Enigma. What? Who would have thought this tiny bear was just an old dude? That's hilarious. What? Hey, stop it. Put me down already. Stop wiggling so much. If you're an old man, you should be more open to new experiences. Laugh it up now, kiddo. To people your age, I might seem like an old man, but I'm a kid at heart. And I've said my piece. Stop calling me an old man. Man, I knew I'd be much for being old someday, but not when I was 27. I don't know if your heart has anything to do with this. You don't want to be called old? Then try accessing your kid side, Enigma. Accessing my kid side, huh? For example, let's say you're in a forest and you found a golden beetle. How would you react, Enigma? What do you mean? I wouldn't care too much. No! That's the wrong answer. See, a true boy at heart would sparkle in his eyes and would jump to capture it. She expected me to carry out this meaningless fantasy. Where are you, Bug? You totally suck at this. Speak in a higher octave. Sing! 1, 2, go! Oh, golden bug, come out, wherever you are. If you don't, I'll rip off your wings. Way to go! That's exactly what the dumb boy would say. Can I stop now? Why do I have to do this exercising around here? I'm the only one with real calories to burn. I could use a nap now. Got it! Totally. You look like an adult, but you got a teenage brain, Enigma. Are you mocking me again? No. If you're just a kid at heart, then practically means you're younger than me. Sure. There. From now on, you have to show me some respect. Got it? You hear that, little baby Enigma? Yes, whatever you say, Miss Al. Ha! That's exactly what you wanted me to say. What? I was just starting to have fun. Why'd you have to break character so soon? Call me Miss Al again, Enigma. I don't hear anything. Whoa! Talk about immature. Yeah, that's right, immature. You are a turn-off. Even when I'm not playing around, this chick seems to have enough fun around. Bless Al. I just like that in the middle of it, Lily just couldn't help but crack and laugh. But no one else seems up for chatting. Originally I was going to end the video here, but then when I started editing I realised only 14 minutes had passed. I thought a lot longer had passed, so I just carried on going. So a voice cutscene we've got going on here, so I'll be back soon. I'll let you enjoy this.
What's the matter?
Oh, I thought I just heard a child singing. Like a lullaby or something.
Huh? Really?
I don't hear it anymore. Maybe I was just imagining things. Sorry.
Alright guys, we're here. After crossing the border from Goen, we're in Rosari now.
So this is Rosaria Forest. What a calming atmosphere. And the breeze is quite nice. The trees look ancient. I love the smell of a good forest. I'm getting excited!
You can take the girl out of the forest, but you can't take the forest out of the girl. Must be your wild blood, huh?
Want me to tromp on you? Everyone? The road ahead of us is going to be pretty tough. Is something wrong, Sheena? The terminal that will lead us to Odyssey is somewhere inside of this forest.
I figured. The village here is home to the Jade Shrine, which isn't too friendly to visitors. What's our plan to enter once we arrive?
Well, I don't have one.
Either way, we're gonna find what we came here for, right?
Yes.
We've made it this far. You won't hear any dissent from me. Okay, everyone, let's split up and find this place.
Okay. I'm gonna find it first! Thanks, everyone. For what it's worth, I might have a tiny hint as to how we can find the hidden village. This might have just been a rumor I'd overheard at a guild. But in order to reach the hidden village, we need a stone called the Elf's Guidance. If we follow where the stone leads us, then the entrance will reveal itself.
Really? Do you know what the stone looks like? The color? How about the shape?
I don't know. Cheer up, everyone. We're looking for a crystal, right? Let's all do our best to leave no stone unturned in the forest. Okay. Ugh! Al? Ouch! I twisted my leg. What the? Oh no! Some martyrs just jumped down from the tree. Stand up, Al! They're surrounding you! Owie! I can't get up! Ah! That's a good boy. Go on. Eat it.
Al, grab my hand. Can you stand?
Ow. I'm fine. Someone saved me back there. Huh? Where'd she go? Huh? There. Behind that tree. I see someone peering at us.
She's staring straight at us.
Were you the one who saved me? Thanks.
She hit herself again. She acts like a scared critter.
Excuse me. You there. Hello? Thank you for rescuing Al. It seems that you have a buggy of your own. Is that right? Buggy? Is that what you call it? That's just our name for it. Just like you, everyone here has a buggy that they control. Control? But this is my friend. Buggy is nice.
Nice? Oh, come on.
So, you've befriended your buggy? Anyways, I'm Sheena. You already know Al. This one is Lily. And that's Clea. What's your name? Lucille Florette. Bow. That was eccentric of her. But her personality is different than I remember. She's the fourth NPC that doesn't match her original design. That's a beautiful name.
Philorette? You must be an elf then.
That's right. I'm an elf. Are you gonna bully me? Huh? What? Of course not. We'd never bring harm to you. Oh, that's a relief. Why don't you come out here and talk with us? Whoa! What's with the chair? My Kimata. A living chair of sorts. It floats with the power of magic. Aw, look at those cute wings. It really is alive. Lucille, we're so happy to have met you. You see, we're looking for a hidden elven village. We wish to reach the Jade Shrine. But why? We're hoping to use the magical teleportation device known as the terminal. It'll help us fly to some faraway place, right? Like whoosh! Only with the permission of the village elder can you use the terminal. Not an easy feat. However, I'm in grave trouble. Huh? Trouble? I too wish to return to my village, but I've lost my precious elf's guidance. Without it, they will refuse my entry into the village.
Sheena, you were right. That crystal's the only way we're setting foot in that village, huh?
It's a violet, transparent crystal. Inside of it, there's an azure fire flower, about this big. I see. It's It's about the size of a brooch then. Do you happen to know where you might have dropped it? No.
Man, you're clumsy.
There he is, appearing out of nowhere again. I told him how startling his sudden arrivals can be. What being is this? Sorry. He has a tendency to arrive unannounced. This is Enigma. But don't worry, he's a friend. Why are you glaring at me? Would it kill you not to pick a fight with every NPC we meet? How adorable! Let me hold you. Stop making that weird noise! Mr. Enigma!
Lighten up. Lucille, why don't we help you locate the elf's guidance? If we can find it, would you be able to trust us and escort us to the hidden village?
If I say yes, can I keep cuddling Enigma?
What?
Sure. If you want to play with this thing, be my guest.
What the heck?
Very well. Let's do it. If we do in fact find the elf's guidance, then I shall lead you to my village.
We have a deal. All right, all hands on deck. It's a purple crystal with a blue fire flower inside of it. Al, stay out of trouble.
I will.
And by that, probably the most unique character I've seen in a video game in a while joins us. A elf sitting on a living chair. But to be fair, although her magic stat at first that won't seem as good as some of the other characters, like right now, Clea has a higher magic stat, but she eventually grows to have the best magic stat in the game. So it is worth keeping attention to that her magic stat becomes kind of ungodly late game. And she has the biggest magic range of attacks in the game as well, from different strengths to different elements. She is your designated black mage. But that being said, next time on Death End Request, we're going to thoroughly explore Rosaria Forest to try and find this elf's guidance. But until then, you guys take care now.